Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Karen's Kitchen. And I know I forgot my apron, so let me go get it on. I'll go get... There's Valerie. I'm going to get my apron on because I know I forgot it, so let me go get it. I just happened to remember I didn't have my apron on because I've been trying to do the prep work for this and trying to get this ready. And thank you, everybody, for coming in. Cheryl. All those that are in here. Oh, I'm great. I'm great. Thank you. Thank you for asking. Well, let's put it this way. I'm alive. So that's, hi Sharon, good to see you. Welcome. I'm alive, so that's a good thing. You know, I haven't got anything to complain about. You know, God is good. He wakes me up every morning, so thankful for that. So, welcome Natasha. Thank you to everybody for coming in and sharing this out and just being here. Because without you, I wouldn't be able to do this. This is a recipe that I saw, as you know, I saw it on Pinterest, and it's an awesome recipe. I've never made it before, but I was looking at it and I wanted to make it. Now, there's two ways to make it. Oh, thank you for the super hearts. There's two ways to make it, with chia seeds and without. I'm making without because it takes a little bit longer with the chia seeds, and I'll make that in some other time. I'll make it off camera. But this is I use cornstarch, but instead of cornstarch, I use arrowroot, which is the same thing. You thicken it up with that. But anyway, it takes brown flour. It takes your pumpkin puree, which I just bought some again today because I was out. So this ought to be an easy recipe. Oh, thank you so much for the super hearts. You guys are awesome. You really are. You're awesome. And I heard Alexis. I watched her replay this morning, and she said that awesome. She said, well, now I sound like Karen. She's trying to copy me. Everybody can say awesome. It's just amazing. But I'm thankful you guys are here. And what's everybody's weather doing? We're raining right now, but it's a prerequisite for what's coming. And we've got snow coming. We got snow coming tomorrow. They said rain and snow mixed. It's going to get real cold. They said less than an inch of snow, but that's what they said in February too. When we were supposed to get that 7 to 8 inches or 5 to 7 inches of snow and end up getting 18. So I don't trust them sometimes because they can be so wrong. But they said we do have snow coming. I know Thanksgiving is going to get cold. We're going to be 41 during the day, but we're going to get cold at night. 21 degrees. It's going to get real cold that night. So it's not going to be the best Thanksgiving, but at least I'll be able to make it to my sons, I think. So, but anyway, I thank everybody for coming in here and being here, because without you, I wouldn't be able to do these, because I like coming in here every day and doing this, and you guys like having me come in here and do this. Hi, Pammy. Good to see you. Welcome. Yeah, snow's on its way, I'm afraid. Oh, no. Well, no, I don't think you would, Valerie. 63 degrees is awesome, though. Good to see you, Pammy. I'd love to have 63 degree weather now. We're getting really cold. So, got to have the furnace running now. But, it is what it is. It's after all, it's November. Soon to be December. So, we have to deal with it. Next Sunday will be December. So, hard to say what December's going to bring. But we live each day, like it's our last, and be prepared for what's to come. I don't like the snow either, but it's going to... Oh, that's exactly right. I agree with you. Great. Yeah, I don't have a heated blanket, but I've got a quilt on my bed plus a blanket and a sheet, and I'm plenty warm. No snow. 52 degrees in Boston. Well, that's like a heat wave for you guys. Oh my goodness. No, I don't think anybody can stand winter. Although some people, believe it or not, love snow. They love the changing of the seasons, and they love snow. Not me, especially if I have to drive in it. That's the worst. I don't like it when I have to drive in it. Carmen does at night, because she gets right by me at night, and she keeps me warm. Because I go to turn over, and right there she is. So, she keeps me warm too. Sydney won't sleep in my bed. However, it was funny this morning. I was getting ready to go to get my clothes changed to go to Walmart to buy this pumpkin puree and a few other things. And she was taking a running leap and trying to jump up on my bed. I've got one of those real deep mattresses, about 14, 15-inch mattress. She didn't quite make it. And I thought it was so funny watching her. She took the fastest leap she could and went whoop just like that, and she missed it. She missed the bed by about this much, and I was laughing at her. So I thought, okay, if you want to be up there, I'll put you up there. And then she heard Carmen barking outside, so she hurries up and jumps down off the bed and runs outside to see what she was barking at. So it was kind of funny, but she doesn't sleep in my bed at night. She sleeps in what was Chewy's bed when he was alive, the bed that he slept in every night. She goes right in there every night, and goes in that bed and sleeps and stays there all night long, and waits until I get up in the morning. And then when I get up in the morning, and she follows me out to the living room, and she sleeps up and she sits on my chair with me. So she's awesome that way. She's good company. All three of them are. They're real good company. So I'm glad I have them, because I don't know what I'd do without. They're good companions. That's what they are. They're very good companions. I'm gonna give you some water to drink. If you haven't got dogs, you're kind of missing. I'm not married, so not being married and having dogs is good companions. Sometimes, I hate to say this, but sometimes they're better than humans. Because they don't question you. They don't let you. They don't try to have the last word. They don't argue with you. They love you unconditionally, and that's more than I can say for humans. So there you go. So I'm blessed to have my dogs. Now, that being said, not all humans are that way, but it's been known that humans can be that way sometimes. They're hard to deal with sometimes. So anyway, I'm going to get this started in a little bit. So it's going to take a little time, and I'll put my yeah, there you go. Yep, you got it right. I'll put that down for a little bit, and then when I go to do it in the stove, then I'll put it down a little bit more. First of all, what I'm going to do, I got my saucepan here, and I washed this out because I use it for my soup for lunch, so I washed it out. This is the Pampered Chef pan. It says, in a small saucepan, stir together cornstarch and brown sugar. Add a tablespoon of soy milk, stirring until a paste is formed. Well, I've got almond milk, which will work just as well. So it says stir together cornstarch and brown sugar. I've got the brown sugar measured out, and see how much cornstarch, which I'm going to use arrowroot. And that is, let's see, where is it at? Where's that cornstarch? I see it. I don't even see it on the list. I know it's there. What did they say it was? Oh, there it is. 4 tablespoons. Okay. I'll get my tablespoon thing out, and I'll measure it out. I think I got one. I think this is a tablespoon. I believe, and no, that's a half. I don't know where the other one's at. I'll just use, here's my tablespoon, well, I'll use these bigger. I'll probably use I got the adjustable ones. I'll use this one. It'll work better. Okay, 4 tablespoons of cornstarch. But like I said, I'm going to use arrowroot. So I'm going to put this in here, because arrowroot thickens up just like cornstarch does. You want it to thicken up. 1. That's 2. 3. I make this, sometimes I make a heaping tablespoon, but I don't think it really matters. 4. And then I got my brown sugar measured out. I'll put this away. I'll put this back up here so we can put it away. Okay. Now, and then it says, stir them together. Okay. Put brown sugar in here. And I like these because you get it right. Hi, good to see you, Alex. Welcome. You come in at a good time. I'm going to take this spoon, and I'm going to kind of stir it together. And then what I'm going to do, I left my milk in the refrigerator, but I'll get it out in a little bit. You want to get this all mixed in here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a slurry. I'm going to make it, everybody knows what a slurry is. You just do a little bit of milk at a time. And it says, add a tablespoon of soy milk, stirring until a paste is formed. Okay, let me get my milk out. I'm going to use almond milk instead of soy milk, because that's all I have. Okay. All right. This is a slurry. You want a paste. if it's going to be enough milk. I may have to use a little bit more milk. I didn't really get a paste. I'll put a little bit more in here. You just got to keep adding it till you get your paste formed. I think I'm going to put a little bit more in here. Because it says, let me see how much milk does it call for anyway. 2 cups of soy milk. So it's going to take a full 2 cups when it get done anyway. So I'm just going to add a little bit more in here. You got to get a paste forming. So I better put this in here to get a paste formed. I'll just do a tablespoon at a time. I don't want to do too much at a time. Because you gotta. Now it's going to start. It'll start forming anytime. You can see it's starting to form a paste. It's going to take a little bit more than just a tablespoon to get it to forming the paste. You have to do what you have to do to get it to come together. Because I do all this before I put it on the stove. Because I got to get it. I want to have this all made up first before I put it on the stove. I thank you everybody for coming in and being here. Awesome. Look how many people I got in here. This is awesome. You guys are awesome. Oh, there's my paste. I took it to 2 tablespoons and I've got a paste right there. You can see it's a paste. Okay. I'm just going to leave that go. I'll leave that sit out for a minute. Now, place the saucepan over medium heat. Slowly add the milk, stirring in constantly with a whisk to prevent clumping. Okay. Now, I'm going to have to use a different measurer because that's dirty. So I'm going to use I'll use my 4-cup measure here and just put 2 cups of milk in here, and because it calls for 2 cups. And if I don't have enough, I bought some more today, so I'll have plenty. Because these are for your solids as well as your liquids. Okay, that's about right. Okay, now it says play. Okay, all right. Place the saucepan over medium heat. Slowly add the milk until constantly with a whisk to prevent. Okay, and then I got my whisk. Get my Stanford Chef whisk. All right. And then I'm gonna put this over on the. Oh, that's okay, Arlene. You didn't miss very much. I'm just getting started real good. It's okay, sis. It's no problem. I'm going to place the saucepan over medium heat. Slowly add the milk, stirring constantly with a whisk to prevent clumping. Mix in the pumpkin puree. Bring the mixture to a boil. Then reduce back to a low simmer, continuing to stir. Okay, so I'm going to put my milk in here. You see I got a paste here. And I'm going to just a little slow and just keep this whisk will not is good in this it won't hurt the pan. I get all the milk in here. It says 2 cups of milk. So I'm going to slowly put some in here. I'm not going to put it in here very fast. Because you don't want it to clump up. Thank you to everybody coming in, and welcome, and thank you for sharing this out. Thank you for the super hearts that I've been given. I don't ask for them, but I'm thankful when I do get them. They really help. And I thank you so much. I'm just going to pour it in real slow, and I'm going to keep stirring as I'm doing it. You can see. Okay. All right. Now, mix in the pumpkin puree, and I got to bring it to a boil. Okay. And this is, there we go. Now I'll continue to stir with this. Get this all mixed in. What would pumpkin pudding be without the puree? Don't say it looks like baby food, Alex. It's not going to look like baby food when I get done with it. Bring the mixture to a boil, then reduce back to a low simmer and continue to stir. Okay. Mix in the pumpkin puree, bring in the mixture of boil, then reduce back to a low simmer, continuing to stir. Okay. I can do it with this, I think. Because I got to make sure it doesn't stick to my spoon. I got to get it, bring it to a boil. I've got it on medium heat right now. I'll turn it up a little bit. In between medium and high. Get it to... Oh, I know. It looks good already. I don't know what it looks like on your end, but it's real orange on my side. Real orange. So it looks awesome. And this will be one recipe that... This is with Thanksgiving coming this week. This is an awesome recipe. Pumpkin is good any time of the year, but especially during the holidays, Okay, I have to bring this to a boil. I'm going to keep stirring and bringing it to a boil. I got to get it to a boil, and I'll do that. Bring the mixture to a boil, then reduce heat. Mix in the pumpkin puree, bring the mixture to a boil, then reduce back to a simmer, continuing to stir. So I'm afraid to stop stirring because I don't want it sticking. It hasn't come to a boil yet, but I put it up on a higher heat. I think I'll turn it up just a little bit. Clean this up for a little bit here. Make it, everybody always make a mess when you're cooking. And I've got these the cocoa or carob chips out because what I intend to do is I don't have any whipped cream for the top, but I'm going to put some of the carob chips on top when it's done. And it's got to go in the refrigerator, of course. It's got to set up like your normal pudding does. But wow, this looks awesome right now. It's not thick, but it's going to get thick as soon as I get it put in the, because I already added my cornstarch, so that should help thicken it. Well, my arrowroot, and it'll come to a boil, and you can see that as soon as it comes to a boil, it should be getting real thick. And then I'll bring it down to a simmer. So, what is everybody's plans for Thanksgiving? I know that Erlene doesn't have much plans. It's just the three of them. I'm going to my son's for Thanksgiving. Are everybody planning a big meal? You're going to family, relatives, or you're going to be at home, or what you're going to do? Because I'm always curious to know who's, and it's no fun to spend it alone. I know that. I always go to my son's. I don't spend a whole lot of time there because I have to get home before it gets dark, but I'm there a few hours eating and, chit-chat and stuff, and then I head on home afterwards. And so I do enjoy. Hi, Linda. Good to see you. Welcome. Now I'm making you'll have to go back and watch the replay how I got it this far, but I'm making a pumpkin pudding, which ought to be real good. Good to see you, Linda. Good to see you. This will be a real good pudding. Yeah, if you're like me, you like pumpkin anything. No, it's pumpkin. It's pumpkin, Alex. It's got pumpkin puree in it. It's got to be a pumpkin pudding. Not a butterscotch. Although there are recipes for butterscotch, but I happened to see this morning when I was checking on Pinterest before I got up this morning. I said, I'm going to save this. They have it this way, and then they have it with chia seeds. I'm just making it without the chia seeds this time. There's a little bit more to it with the chia seeds. You have to blend it in the blender and everything. I don't feel like doing that, but this looks awesome. I know it probably looks real good on your end. It looks real orange. I got to bring this to a boil, and then I got to put it down to a simmer. And I got to continue to stir it. But this will thicken up because it's got arrowroot in it. I put the arrowroot in it along with my milk and stuff, the beginning, or the sugar, the brown sugar, and brought it to a paste. And now I'm added the milk, slowly added the milk, and just kept stirring. You don't want any lumps in it. I'm going to my son's. Hi, good to see you. My son lives 21 miles away, and I go to his house for Thanksgiving. It's a nice drive. It's out in the country, but it's a real nice drive. I'm just driving along, and I'm watching the scenery, and sometimes I forget the turnoff because the turnoff comes so fast, and I say, "Oh, I'm here already." So because the scenery is beautiful there, and I just bask in that beautiful scenery. No, unfortunately, he's not. However, they are vegetarians because my daughter-in-law had cancer back in 2012. She had breast cancer, and we almost lost her. So they don't eat meat, but they still eat the cheese. They drink the milk. They eat the eggs. Well, my daughter-in-law fixes vegan food. She will fix that, so I can have that. The vegan loaves and stuff like that. My son doesn't want her fixing a turkey this year. He told her not to buy a turkey, and just to fix vegetarian stuff. So we're going to see what she does, because he says that's getting too much for her for a turkey and stuff. Although she got laid off from her job, so she has a little bit more time to do stuff now. But yeah, it is. It is so sweet of her, right? She thinks of me, but because she knows that I don't eat turkey. Well, they don't really eat turkey either, so she kind of fixes it for them too. When she became, had the cancer and lost, I think she had 27 lymph nodes removed. She decided right then and there she was not going to eat any more meat, and she hasn't. She hasn't eaten any more meat. But my granddaughter, she just turns her nose up at it all the time. I mean, I watch her on Thanksgiving, and she passes that turkey and doesn't take a bite of it at all. It's kind of odd to have to do that because I'm so used to eating turkey, but, it doesn't bother me to pass it on. Let everybody else have it, and I'll eat the other real good stuff, It doesn't bother me. There's plenty of other stuff to eat anyway. She also fixes vegan dressing, which I take that. Oh, and that's awesome. That is and I don't know how she makes it, but she got vegan dressing, so I always take that. She'll tell us which is which, and it makes it easier that she knows which what is what, like anything that she makes vegan or vegetarian, she'll say, well, this is that, her gravy, she makes also vegan. She makes vegan gravy, so I'll take the vegan gravy, the vegan loaf, the vegan stuffing, and anything else that she has vegan. She makes a lot of pies. Oh, you're fixing cornbread. Awesome, Vanita. That's awesome. I don't know if she knows anything about that. There is a vegan meatloaf, Linda, but my daughter-in-law doesn't fix that. She sticks with the traditions of Thanksgiving and goes with the turkey, but she'll have, she buys a loaf. I don't know if she gets it from Costco or she makes it herself. There's a vegan turkey loaf and it is delicious. I have never, and I think she may have made it from scratch because she does make a lot of things from scratch. But she learned a lot from her mom when her mom was alive, and she's got a lot of recipe books. So I think she makes that from scratch, and it is awesome. It just tastes so delicious. I do what I can to stay on my plant-based diet. It isn't easy when you got all this food coming past you, and we're starting at one end of the table and we're passing it around. We're going all the same direction, and we're deciding which direction to go. And you see the stuff that's sitting in front of me is usually the turkey, the dressing, and or potatoes. So if the mashed potatoes are in front of me, I take those. I'll take start filling my plate up, and then when the vegan stuff comes along, I take that. But I get filled up with just the vegetarian stuff that she has, the vegan turkey loaf and the vegan stuffing and the vegan gravy, and she also has a fruits. Oh, she makes oh my goodness. She makes the most awesome, and I wish I could get the recipe, the most awesome fruit salad every year. It is just, it's to die for. It is really, really good. I take that every year. That fruit salad is awesome. She makes that every year. Now, Christmas time, she'll make candy. The last couple of years she hasn't done it because I don't think she's kind of wants to make some anymore, but she would make candy like your divinity. Oh, good, Vanita, good. She'll make divinity candy, and all different, of course, chocolate candy, chocolate fudge. She'll make all real good candy, and she'll send some home with me. Boy, I tell you, boy, that would ruin your diet for sure. Start taking that, start eating that stuff. But it's also good. But I don't know if I'm going to take any home this year. She didn't make any last year at all, so I didn't have to bring any home. Very seldom. I do have a Kohl's here, but I don't hardly ever go. I just can't find anything there I really want. But yeah, I know there's a Kohl's here out in Springfield. Actually, it's in the mall. And I do go out there and shop very seldom, but they do have nice stuff. But it can be expensive too, you know. It is a little expensive. So I try to avoid going there as much as possible. Let's see if this is coming to a boil yet. I don't see it bubbling yet. It should be getting there pretty soon. It comes to a boil, and then I can simmer. I'm gonna put it on simmer. But oh gosh, I can't even remember. I don't even remember exactly when was the last time I was at Kohl's. I know I went with 1 year with my daughter-in-law to Kohl's. I think she was getting my son some shoes for Christmas, I think. And we went on Black Friday. Well, that was the worst time we ever go. Because I tell you, they had long lines behind the cash register. And it was absolutely horrifying. We stood there an hour before we even got waited on. We even got up there to check out. And I thought, oh my goodness, this is terrible, you know. So we decided we'd never do. I think she still goes Black Friday shopping, but I just don't go with her because that was a hassle. Oh, you did? Oh, really? Awesome. Well, you know, that's the best way to buy stuff. I'm going to put this on simmer, I think. That is the best way to buy stuff. Absolutely. You know why? Because you don't have to fight the crowds. I hear you there, Linda. That is the best way, and Vanita, or whoever said that, it's the best way to buy anything so you don't have to fight the crowds. Because, I mean, I don't mind shopping, but the crowds can be, oh my goodness, the crowds can be horrendous. Everybody and his brother's out at once, you know. Walmart's always open on Thanksgiving, but I think they start their Black Friday sale about 6 o'clock at night or something like that. I didn't see anything roped off today. Maybe they'll be closed on Thanksgiving. Usually they're open on Thanksgiving and then they start their Black Friday sale at 6 o'clock at night. And I can imagine how many people are there for that and early in the morning. Oh, I don't blame you. I don't blame you, Linda. Yeah, I know. It's hard for you to get out. Yeah, you have to do it online. Yeah, right. Okay, once thickened to pudding consistency, it should coat the back of a spoon without falling off. Remove from heat. Add vanilla extract, the cinnamon, the nutmeg, and the allspice. Okay. It's got to put it on the back of the spoon without falling off. Well, I guess it doesn't fall off. Look, it coated the back of the spoon. So I guess that's good. Okay, I can turn this off now. I'll take it off the heat, and I'll just put this down. Just set it on my dishcloth. Put it on there, and I'll put this up just a little bit so you can see a little bit better. Then I'm cutting my head off. Okay, now, and this has to set up in the refrigerator, and I'm going to put it in a container too when I get done. Okay, it says add the vanilla extract, the cinnamon, nutmeg, and allspice. Okay, let me try. Let's see how much I need here. The vanilla extract, 1/2 teaspoon. I hate that when you get an ad on here and it flips your darn thing. Okay, 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Okay. I did it again. I set it down and it set on my whisk and it flipped it sideways. There we go. 1/2 teaspoon. I think I got 1/2 teaspoon in here. That's 1 teaspoon. I think I got the half right here. Is that half? Yeah, that's 1/2 teaspoon. 1/2 teaspoon. Oh, I forgot that somebody told me there's teaspoon stuff on here too. Vanita, I think she told me. It's 1 1/2. That's 1 teaspoon. That won't be. There's nothing on. Okay, 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Okay, and I'll put this back so I don't get it broken. Okay, now let's see. Okay, vanilla, cinnamon, nutmeg, and allspice because I don't put any cinnamon in. I put cardamom. So let me see how much that takes. Nutmeg, I'll say a 1/4 teaspoon of that. So I'll go get my, yeah, these are these. 1/4 teaspoon. I use this. I like these the best. It's a lot easier. Nutmeg. There we go. Okay. And allspice. That's optional, but I do have some of it. So that's 1/4 teaspoon. Another one. This ought to taste really good. And the cinnamon, I'm like I said, I use cardamom, so I'm going to have to see how much that is. Let's see. I don't even see it on here. Oh, 1 1/2 teaspoons. Okay. And then, okay, now I gotta make sure, vanilla extract, cinnamon, nutmeg, and allspice. Serve cold from the fridge. Measure, okay, and that one's got, it's supposed to have maple syrup in too, but I'll add a tablespoon of maple syrup. That's what it calls for. And this is brand new, so I gotta make sure there I got it. There we go. Tablespoon of that. Now I'll go put this back so I don't break it. I just don't want it falling off my cupboard and out of my counter, off of my cupboard. There we go. Put it up there. There we go. So it doesn't fall out. Okay. Now I think I've got everything. I'm not making all. Okay. All right. I'm going to stir this all in here. Could just use a whisk, but I think I'll just do it this way. Get everything all out and all mixed in real good. Wow. It's going to thicken up, and the more it's in it gets colder, it'll thicken up. So, let's see when I put this on. I can put it in one of my bowls here, I think. Don't know how much it's going to hold, but we'll put it in here. Because that's a... Wowee! Oh, awesome. This will fit. And then I'm going to put some little chocolate chips on top. And I'm going to try this in a bit. Let it cool down just a little bit. As we all know, as pudding cools, it will thicken up a little bit. It'll start thickening before you even get it in the refrigerator. But you want to serve it cold, actually. You don't want to eat it warm. But I don't care. When I try it, I like to try it no matter if it's warm or not. And I'm going to take a few of chocolate chips and put them up on top. Well, maybe I'll try this first before I put the chocolate chips on top, because I don't want them sticking down inside. And let me try this first, and I'll put my spices back right now so I can get these out of the way, and I'll get those on there. All right, now I'm gonna. Hi, Alexis. I see you finally coming in. I'm gonna put a little bit of chocolate on here, little chocolate chips on this pumpkin pudding. Doesn't matter how you put it on there, and that you can top it with anything that you want. You can top it with whipped cream. I didn't happen to have any made, so I'm just putting them on there for right now. And I'm going to try that too and see what it tastes like. Come on, girls. No, go on. Oh, they're on the floor looking for food. I'm going to see what this tastes like. Wow. Talk about a good pudding. This is awesome. This is absolutely awesome. You guys, would anybody be willing to try this? Would you put in the one in the chat box if you'd be willing to make this and try it? Because this is awesome. It really is. It's very pleasant. And Alex thought it was butterscotch, but it's actually pumpkin. And for those that just came in, like Alexis, if you want to know what's in here, I will tell you what's in here. 2.5 cups of soy milk or non-dairy milk of choice, which I used almond milk. 1.5 cups of pumpkin puree, and it's from a 15-ounce can of pumpkin puree. Oh, there's ones, okay. A half a cup of organic brown sugar, 4 tablespoons of cornstarch, which I used arrowroot because arrowroot will thicken it as well. 1.5 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, which I use cardamom. 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. 1/4 teaspoon of allspice, which is optional. Half a teaspoon of vanilla extract and a tablespoon of maple syrup. That's what's in here, and it looks so good. Look at that. Doesn't that look pleasant? I think it really looks good. I really do. I love pudding anyway, but when I saw this on Pinterest and it was pumpkin, I said, a pumpkin pudding? Wow. You know, because if you're like me, pumpkin is, it's lagging again. It's got to be Periscope. It isn't me. Every time they update it, it seems like there's something goes wrong with it. I'm like you. I like pumpkin everything. Pumpkin pie. Give me, anything with pumpkin in it. If this is the time of year that pumpkin is special anyway, being that Thursday is Thanksgiving, I thought, well, this is how nice this is to make this. That I want to make pumpkin now because I won't be here Thanksgiving, and I can eat this throughout the week, even on Thanksgiving morning before I go to my son's, because I won't go until early afternoon, because we don't eat until about 4 o'clock, because we have to wait for my my daughter-in-law's sister and her kids to get there because they work on Thanksgiving. So once she has to wait for them to get out of work, and by the time they get out of work, we sit down and eat. Yes, it is, Linda. It certainly is. Yes, it's from Pampered Chef. What it is, it works the same way as the Instapot. It's just that your verbiage, your programs are a little bit different. You have saute on the Instapot, where you have sear on the quick cooker. The concept is the same. And you can still slow cook with the quick cooker, which I'm sure you can with the Instapot as well. This is also a slow cooker. So yes, if you that's a good question to ask. Yes, it is, Linda. When I do quick cooker recipes in here, they are actually Instapot recipes, but I gear them for the quick cooker because you can do that, because there aren't that many out there for the quick cooker per se anyway. So everything I make in the quick cooker is an Instapot recipe. And Alexis did her chicken this morning. Even though I don't eat chicken, that looks so good after she put those spices and everything on there and then she chopped them up. I was cracking up laughing, though, Alexis, when you went to put the house together. And I'm thinking, hot glue gun, use the glue gun. Don't use super glue. And I was sitting there the same thing. If I could have shouted it and you would have heard me, you probably would have said, oh, my goodness. Everybody kept saying glue gun, glue gun. Finally, when she used the glue gun, it worked. Hot glue gun, because she was using super glue. It would not hold together. And I was sitting there cracking up laughing. I thought, well, at least she was giving it a try. It'd be something on me to do something like that and mess up. But it really was cute. It was a novel idea. Who would have ever thought of it? I wouldn't have ever thought of anything like that. If you weren't in Alexa's Scope this morning or didn't watch it, she made a glass candy house. She just took a bunch of candy she bought at the dollar store, and she put them in this mold, for Pampered Chef mold. It looks like a gingerbread house. You got your sides and you got your roof. She put all peppermints on the top for the roof, and she put red candies on the sides and on the back and on the door. It was so cute, but she had a hard time getting it to stay together because she wasn't intending to eat it. What she did, she put them in the oven and melted them for about 10 minutes, I think, at 350. Melted it, and then when they cooled off, then there was like a mold, and then she was going to glue it together because she wasn't intending to eat it, but she couldn't even get it to glue together. I was sitting there laughing, and I said, well, once she got the glue gun, it worked perfectly. But everything is trial and error, and it'd be just like me to make that mistake and do the wrong thing, and then it fall apart on me too. She had one of them actually break on her. I don't know if she ever got it fixed or not, but she had one actually break, a piece actually break on her. But like I said, it wasn't anything she intended to eat anyway. It was just something that that she was going to make and glue together. It's a novel idea, and she put a couple candles in it too. Candles, and it's like it's got lights in it. So it was kind of cute, I thought. I would have never thought of anything like that. But you know something? Erlene asked me this morning, or she asked me yesterday, she says, are you going to make those Scooby-Doo treats that Alexis made for her dogs? I haven't even thought about it, but I'm going to have to try to make those. I'm not have to get the recipe from you, Alexis, to make those for my dogs, because I always give them treats. But it's so funny. When I give treats, I have to give Sydney hers first, because if I don't give her hers first, she'll steal the other two treats. I'll give one to Carmen, and she'll take it right off her mouth and eat it. So poor Carmen. So I thought, well, I can't do that. I got to give Sydney hers first, because she's a little piggy wiggy. She wants to eat them all. So I give her hers first, and she's thinking about what she's eating, and the other girls could take theirs and run off with them, and she doesn't get those. So it works out well that way. But I just figured out that's what I have to do, because she's right there to grab it. And if I tried to give one to Buttercup this morning, and Sydney tried to grab it, and I said, no, you're not going to take that. So I thought, well, I better give it to you first. I'm learning now, a little bit about her quirks, but it is kind of funny to see her try to grab those treats. But if you weren't in here earlier, I was saying that I was getting dressed to go to Walmart to get the stuff I needed for this recipe, and she came running from the living room and made a running leap to my bed. And I've got one of those real deep mattresses, about 14, 15 inches deep. And she was trying to run up and get up on my bed. She didn't quite make it. She stopped. I think she was kind of felt rejected because she didn't quite make it. But she was trying to jump up on that bed. So I thought, okay, you want up there? I'll put you up there. So she sat up there for a little bit. Then all of a sudden, I think she heard either Buttercup or Carmen barking outside at squirrels or something. She decided to jump down from the bed and see what they were barking at so she could run out there too. But she is kind of funny. But she'll sleep in bed all night in the dog bed and not wake up until morning. And when I get up and she comes out and I go sit in my chair, she jumps up in my chair and gets up on this side of me and sleeps on this side, and Carmen sleeps on this side. And she'll just fall asleep. And it's so funny, And of course Buttercup, she wants up there too, but there's no room for her and Carmen. So sometimes Buttercup will get up there first and Carmen has to sleep on the dog bed. But it's nice to be loved by animals like that. They're good companions because, like I said, they don't argue with you. They don't try to get the last word. They don't try to think that they're right all the time, and they love you for you, and they love you unconditionally. That's what I'm saying, Sometimes animals are a little bit better than people in that score, because sometimes people that don't love you for you, and they find fault with you. So an animal, you don't have to worry about that. They love you for who you are. I think you must be still having trouble. People are coming in and out. They must still be freezing. But anyway, I hope you're all going to have a nice, grand Thanksgiving. Like I said, I'm driving to my son's. He lives 21 miles away. And it's a beautiful drive, a real nice drive. And I'm just driving along usually, and I'm looking at the scenery. And all of a sudden, I see the road's coming up that I have to turn off. I says, I'm here already, because it takes about a half hour to drive it. But that half hour goes so fast that I don't even realize I've already made it to the road to turn off to go to his place. It's still lagging. Oh, my goodness. So I just turned down the road, and it's a windy road. And then when I get to the end of the road, then I turn left and then turn left again. That's his road, and I'm there. But it's a real nice, I go down this nice highway. It's a beautiful highway. Scenery, beautiful scenery on both sides. There's farmhouses, beautiful scenery. But like I said, I'll be driving along, and I'm just looking at the scenery, and all of a sudden, up comes the road where I have to turn off to get off of the highway to get on the side road. And I don't like driving those side roads when it's real bad, when it's snow. Been on them before when there's snow and ice. It's no fun at all. But when it's like this, it's okay. Now, I don't know what you guys' weather's going to do. No, I don't know, Linda. Alexis is in here. You'll have to ask her. I don't know if they're doing a Black Friday sale or not. Alexis, is Pampered Chef, Linda wants to know, is Pampered Chef doing a Black Friday sale? Oh, thank you so very, very much, and I wish you the same. It's 21 miles one way, so it isn't too bad. So I don't know if my ex-husband's going to be coming down or not, but But I told my son, I says, if he's coming down, to have him come and pick me up so I don't have to drive, and he can just drop me off at home, and then he can head home then. So it saved me having to go too. But we'll see how it's going to go, because he's got that girlfriend of his, so I don't know if he's going to show up or not at this point. I didn't ask him this morning. But anyway, we got beautiful weather today. As you can see, it's sunshiny outside. But we got snow coming tomorrow. About 80% chance of snow now. They say snow less than an inch. I don't know if I trust them or not, because it's going to get real cold, and we could get several inches of snow as far as that goes. I hope we don't. I hope they're right. But if it snows, it snows. I'm just going to stay home, and I won't get out in it. Hi again, John. Good to see you. Those that are coming in, thank you for coming in. Welcome back, Vanita. So I don't know if we're going to get snow or not. We're not supposed to get snow on Thanksgiving. It's going to be about 41 degrees and a low of 20. So we're getting quite cold. And Alexis is getting a little colder where she's at, too. She's getting quite cold where she's at. She said it was very cold there this morning, about 40 degrees this morning. And she's going to get a high of 60-some. So we could tell it's getting cold all over the place. We got about, I think, 34, 35 last night. So I don't walk the dogs when it's in the 30s. It's too cold. I have to wait until it gets in the 40s, a little bit better. That's it when it's in the 40s. But when I went to PetSmart yesterday, I happened to find Sydney a real cute harness. It looks like a skirt. It's so cute. It's a skirt in the back, and then it comes to you have your Velcro in the front around her neck and around her feet. And it's adorable. It's got little flowers and that on it, and I thought it would be real cute on her. I put it on her, and the people there at PetSmart, they says, "Oh, how adorable!" You know, and I got her a new leash. So now she's going to be walking in style. She's going to have a skirt on. You know, I don't normally do that, but it's an actual harness. 72 in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Well, you can send some of that our way. You know, yeah. In fact, I can show you. I can grab it and I can show it to you what it looks like. This is the harness, and it just comes to Velcro like this here, and Velcro here, and this goes in the back. This goes on her back just like that. And when she wears it, she, you know, the leash comes out like there. Isn't that? She looks like she's wearing a dress. Isn't that cute? I thought it was adorable when I saw it. It wasn't cheap either, but I thought it was so cute. And I had a hard time fitting it on, finding one that would fit her, because the small one was too big. So I said, well, I got to go down to an extra small. It fits just perfect because she's an extra small. But I thought this was so cute. Isn't it adorable? I thought this, and this part here goes around her neck, and this goes where her feet go in the bottom here. And then she looks like she's wearing a skirt. It is so adorable. Because I'm having a hard time getting the regular harness on her where she has to put her legs through it, because she keeps wanting to pull her legs out. She's not used to harnesses on her. So I thought, well, I've got to find something where I don't have to bother trying to put her legs through it, because she just doesn't. I can hold her and everything, and she'll just bend those legs and doesn't want to get them in there. She's kind of she's resisting a little bit. She knows what the harness is for, but she's resisting. That's because she was never walked before. Yeah, she's a little diva in this now. She's a little diva. She's a little, and I thought it was so cute. They have a lot of cute harnesses there. And when I saw that, I said, well, this fits her perfectly. You know, taco pasta salad. I made the French dressing myself for me. Oh, awesome. Awesome, Vanita. I hope it goes real good for you, that it tastes real good. But you can see my pudding. It's a little hot yet, but it's starting to set up right now. And I put some chocolate chips on top, and I'll probably put a little bit more on there. But you gotta set it up in the refrigerator for a little while, and this will be some for breakfast tomorrow. But it'll actually taste better once it's been cold and in the refrigerator. But it tastes real good with the pumpkin puree. Oh my goodness, pumpkin this time of year, pumpkin everything is awesome. It really is, you know. So if you can find anything with pumpkin in it, and I'm sure Alexis probably will find stuff with pumpkin. Hi, Crystal. Good to see you. Welcome. Here's my pumpkin. Pumpkin pudding. And it tastes good too. I've already tried it. It tastes. Now I don't have the whipped cream because you have to have coconut cream, whip it up, and I didn't have that made. So I just put chocolate chips on top. I thought, well, that'll work. That'll suffice, and that'll be my breakfast in the morning. It is so good because it's simple to make. It was all done on the stove, and you thickened it up with arrowroot, the same as cornstarch. Thickened it up, and it came out awesome. It came out really good. It's a simple thing to make. I'll post it up on my vegan page with the picture and the recipe so that you guys can make it yourself, because I know that people might get an idea to maybe make this for their family for Thanksgiving morning for breakfast or for yourself or whatever. This is going to be several days of eating for me, but it's awesome because I just stick it in the refrigerator, eat when I want it, and take the rest out. Okay, all right. Alexis, Linda said thank you for the answer on the Pampered Chef because she didn't know, but she said thank you for the answer. Thank you to everybody coming in, and welcome to my Periscope. I know you're a little late, some of you, but you can go back and watch the replay. The ranch dressing is good. Next time I'll let. Yeah, you're right. Sometimes when you let things sit for a while, they taste better. Because basically what it does is it brings all your flavors together. And that's what this will do too. It'll bring all the flavors together if I put it in the refrigerator and let it sit for a while. I'll probably let it sit overnight and then eat some in the morning. It'll be a lot better that way. Because then all the flavors will come together. And it's a lot better that way than just when you first make it. Because this is better. Pudding is served better cold anyway, And I wanted to make this because this is pumpkin season after all. And I like pudding. I'm always making chia pudding, and I thought, well, I've got to find something a little different. So when I opened up Pinterest this morning, right there it was on the top of my page, and I thought, well, shoot, I might as well look at the recipe and see what I need to make it. I didn't have pumpkin puree, or at least enough, so I bought 4 cans of pumpkin puree. So you can't have too much pumpkin puree because you can use it for different recipes, So I thought I'll just buy some cans of it, and I'll have some on hand. You can actually eat pumpkin all year round if you want to. It's your choice, I may do that, but most of the time I wait until October to make anything pumpkin. But I do like pumpkin. There's also, I think there's some pumpkin muffins that I've got a recipe for that I may want to try. I'll have to look. I think I saved it on one of my boards. So I'll have to do those this week too. But this is going to be a slow week as far as periscoping because this is a week that a lot of people are gone. And I'll be gone on Thanksgiving, and I didn't get to do a cooking scope yesterday because I was gone in the morning, and by the time I got home, I hadn't had my lunch yet. It was after 12 o'clock, and I thought, well, I'm just going to hold off doing a cooking scope until today because I wasn't ready. I didn't have anything prepared. I didn't know what I was going to do. So it all worked out anyway because I found this for today, and I found some other things for the rest of the week. I just, Thursday will be one day I won't do anything. Friday I should be back on doing something again too, but it's just finding those different recipes to do, as I'm always finding new things to do. I love finding new recipes. There's so many out there, not all vegan, but I do veganize them. A lot of things Alexis makes, I can veganize hers as well. As far as the Scooby-Doo treats, I probably would use a flax egg for them instead of real eggs. Since I don't eat eggs, I'd use a flax egg to make those Scooby-Doo. But they were so cute. I don't have any cutters though, like little cookie cutters. I don't have those. I have to get those for that though, which would probably be really simpler for me to go get them. But you can use Christmas cookie cutters, I suppose. Whatever. I'll have to buy some. Maybe animal ones for the dogs, like a dog or a cat or whatever. They should have those, or I should buy some of those. But anyway, I'm gonna have to try to make those because I think they would appreciate them. Because something, and I think Alexis agrees with me. You buy treats in the store, they are expensive. They are very expensive. So I try to avoid buy them as much as I can. Use up what I have and limit how much I buy. And I don't give these dogs that many treats anyway. They get maybe 1 treat a day if they're lucky. There again, Sydney, she waits in the morning. She knows that she's going to get a treat, but she'll sit on the floor here in the kitchen and look right at me, waiting for me to give her a treat. And I best give her one. If I give the other 2 one and I don't give hers first, she's gonna steal it from them. It's it's a shame that she does that, but it's kind of funny too that she wants to steal from them, you know. But that's it. I've learned how to handle it, so it comes out pretty good. But anyway, I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving where I can spend it with my son, because we reminisce about, you know, some of the good times we've had before in the past, Thanksgivings we've had, you know, and we bring up things from maybe years ago. But it's a lot of fun to sit there and talk and sit at the table, and we all reminisce at the table and talk about various different things, you know. So it's fun. And there's going to be about 13, 14 people. My daughter-in-law has that many to fix for. She's got a great big huge banquet table, and then she puts a card table up next to the banquet table for the kids, that like my grandkids sit and the other kids sit on that table, because the banquet table just isn't big enough for the kids. But we fill up all sides of the table and the ends of it. It's awesome to see that many of us together. And the food, oh my goodness, she's got so much food to fix, but she doesn't mind doing it. She's laid off now. They laid her off at the school, so she's home. She's got a little bit more time to prepare for it, and of course she's my granddaughter. She's 17, so she can help her in the kitchen, which helps too, because she doesn't have to do it all herself. She's got my granddaughter to help her. And oh, jackfruit. You know, I have never had jackfruit. I don't really know where to get it. I think that jackfruit might be geographical. I have not seen it here. I really don't know. I don't know if the farmer's market has them, or really where you get them from. I've seen jackfruit. I've seen people talk about jackfruit. I think Alexis has used jackfruit, but I just don't know where to get it. I don't know if it's a geographical thing. Does anybody know? Is it geographical? Is it only sold in certain areas? Because I'm a little lax on that. I don't know. I've looked for it here and I've never seen it. So I don't know if we even have it here, if we're able to get it here. I've never seen it at Walmart. I've never seen it anywhere else either. I shop at Kroger's once in a while. Now, I'm not sure if Kroger's carries it or not. I'm going to have to do some investigating on that and find out. You order, there you go, Vanita. You ordered online. That makes sense. You know, it's a lot of fun to order online because you don't have to fight the crowds, and you can have it delivered to your door. Now, I know Erlene, and I do too. I belong to VitaCost. She buys a lot of things from VitaCost, and they ship it right to her door. I don't think she's ever had jackfruit either that I know of. Like I said, I don't know where you get the jackfruit from, because I think it's only in geographical areas. It's not in this area. I don't know exactly where it's at. I know Alexis had it, so maybe she can get it in her area. Or, like you said, Vanita, get it online. That would probably be the best way. Amazon, I suppose, or wherever you can find it. You know, I have never tried it. What does it taste like? Because, you can't find it in the store. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You can't find it in the stores. What does it taste like? Because I have never tasted it. Can you kind of tell me what the taste of it is like? Spanish market. Is it an actual fruit or is it a vegetable? Because they call it jackfruit, but I'm wondering, is it a fruit or is it a vegetable? I know it's huge. I've seen that. It's humongous. But I was often wondering, is it a fruit or a vegetable, and do you have to peel it? I know I'm asking these questions, but I've never seen them. I've never had one before, and I don't know how to get them. So I'd like to try it, but I don't know if I'm going to like it. That's why I'm asking what it tastes like, if you know what it tastes like, because I'm afraid to try something that I've never had before, because I'm afraid I might not like it, and I don't want to throw my money away on it, and I buy it, and then I waste it because I don't like it. So I don't know what to do. I really don't. But like I said, it's not here. I've never seen it here. I don't know where to get it at. Did you get yours from Amazon, Vanita? Because I think that you can get almost anything at Amazon, and they're very careful when they send you food. Anything that has to be refrigerated anyway. Usually, but I have never really bought anything refrigerated from them. It's usually bags of stuff that I don't have to refrigerate, like the chocolate or something. In a can. Okay, let me go back and read that. Go back. I don't eat plain. I season it up to taste like what I want it. It's a roast texture. Come in pieces. Oh, comes in pieces. Okay, in a can. Well, that's awesome. So I just don't know what to do about it because I love trying new things, but I'm afraid I might not like it. Oh, you did 6 cans at a time. That makes sense, Vanita. That way you don't run out. You won't run out of it. I'm glad you told me about that. I'm going to try and find some of that. But I want to find out what it tastes like first. Maybe I could do a little research on it, find out what the taste of it really is. Because I don't know. Do you know, like I said, do you know, is it a vegetable taste or is it a fruit taste? Because I like veggies too. But I want to, but they call it jackfruit. But that doesn't necessarily make it a fruit, I suppose. It's an awful big fruit. If you're going to make a roast from it, it sounds more like a vegetable. Yeah, it probably would be. You're right, Vanita. It would be cheaper that way. Absolutely. Have you ever had it, Vanita? Do you know what it tastes like? Have you ever had it? Because if you've never had it, then you probably wouldn't know what it tastes like. I know. I just don't know. There's my daughter. There she is. Here's my pudding, sweetie. It's a pumpkin pudding, and I'll tell you what I put in it. It's got 2 cups of soy milk or non-dairy milk of choice, which I used almond milk. It's fruit taste, but it's not stronger. It's not stronger, real light tasting. Oh, okay. Okay, thanks, Vanita. 2 cups of soy milk or non-dairy milk. Of course, I used my almond milk. 1 1/2 cups of pumpkin puree, and I bought 4 cans of pumpkin puree today. And I didn't use the whole can, just a cup and a half. 1/2 cup of organic brown sugar. 4 tablespoons of cornstarch, which I used arrowroot instead of cornstarch, but you can use cornstarch if you want. 1 1/2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, which I use my cardamom. 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. 1/4 teaspoon of allspice. That's optional. That's okay, sweetie. I figured you were probably helping him with his homework. 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract and a tablespoon of maple syrup. That's what's in this pudding. It tastes real good, but once I put it in the refrigerator and it sets up overnight, it probably will have a better flavor than it does now because it puts all the flavors together. And you really could put whipped cream on top of this, but I don't have any, so I thought, well, I'll take some chocolate chips and put on top. So that's what I did. Put them on top. But this is real good. It's got a real good pumpkin flavor. Chick-fil-A nuggets soaked in a pickle juice overnight. Oh, you have, Vanita. Oh, okay. Well, like I said, I've never had jackfruit. I know it's a humongous thing about like this. So you could make roast out of it. I really did not know what you could what you could do with jackfruit. I really did not know what can be done with jackfruit because it's awesome that it's probably versatile like a lot of things. You can do a lot of things with it. You know, it's so versatile. I want to try it, but like I said, I'm a little leery that I may not like it. But if I don't try it, I'll never know if I'm going to like it. You know, maybe get a can of it or something, just one at a time, and try it. But you said it's a mild tasting fruit. I like fruit, so that's no problem there. Now, that being said, I like most veggies. Now, there are some veggies I won't eat, like squash. I'm not really too fond of squash. I know it's in the pumpkin family. I can eat pumpkin okay, but squash, I'm not really too familiar with that, as far as the taste of it. I don't care for that. I've never had rutabagas. I've never had, and I know it's a great big fruit. It's pink, cooked with potatoes and baby carrots. Wow, that sounds good, Vanita. It sounds like it's almost like you could make a stew out of it. That sounds awesome. I'll have to try that. I really, really do. I should order some of that from Amazon, like a can or so, and try that jackfruit. I really want an attempt to try it because I've never had it. And you say it's a fruit tasting, but it's mild. That would be something worth trying. I don't think anybody except Alexis has made stuff with jackfruit on here, but nobody's ever really made anything with jackfruit too much of. It's just something that's not real common, and a lot of people don't really use it that often. Jackfruit, Linda. Vanita was talking about jackfruit. She's ever asked me if I've ever had jackfruit. Oh, it's lagging awful. Oh, great. Oh. Well, I can go out in a little bit and stop this anyway, because I got to get my dogs walked in a bit anyway. But I don't know. I think it's with Periscope, because I got good connection and everything on my end. It seems to be good, but people keep coming in and out. But anyway, I'm going to try some of that jackfruit and put it with potatoes and carrots and make it like a roast. Make it like a stew out of it. But that's awesome that you can do that with it, Vanita. So you're going to have like a roast for Thanksgiving with it. It's very versatile. It's a great, big, huge fruit is what it is, Linda. It's huge. You can't buy it in the stores. It's probably it's a very rare item. I've seen Alexis have it. You can't buy it in the stores. For both. Oh, it keeps freezing. I'm a vegan for both animals and health reasons. Because I needed to lose weight badly. At one time, I was 250 pounds. I looked like a whale. I felt like a whale, and I was not happy with myself. So I decided I've got to have to do something. So then I started going on a vegan diet. Your fake meat, awesome. So then I started going. I went off of meat. I went off of cheese. I don't drink dairy milk. I don't drink egg, or don't eat eggs. I do everything vegan. And I have lost over 50 pounds. It helps to do that. Now, that being said, I've been on this for about 3 years, so it's been slow in coming up. You go up and down like a yo-yo. It's probably going to get to a point where it's going to get so far and it's going to stop. And I can expect that to happen, because I don't think I'm going to lose a lot more. I'd like to. The last I weighed myself was 197. So I'm getting there. It goes up and it goes down, like I said. Because you slip and slide. I know what's going to happen Thanksgiving. It's probably going to edge up a little bit, because I'm certainly not going to sit there and pass some of that food up, like the mashed potatoes and the gravy and stuff like that. I'll eat it, but it'll be vegan gravy and a vegan roast. I'm not going to pass that up. And her fruit salad is to die for. It is just, my daughter can tell you about that one. She's got her fruit salad recipe, and it's so freaking good. So I like that. So, you have? Awesome, Linda. That's awesome. I didn't know they had such a thing. Well, Weight Watchers has an app, too, that Alexis uses that and keeps track of her points with her Weight Watchers, and she's lost over 20 pounds, And my granddaughter, I looked at her at church on Sabbath. She has lost 45 pounds, and it looks it, too, because she was getting a little chunky, but now she's lost quite a bit, and she's looking real good, and she feels real good, too. Of course, they have the Weight Watchers app. So I don't know what's going to happen on Thanksgiving, because you have so many points that you're allotted a day. So I don't know what's going to happen. Their points are probably going to shoot up unless they know exactly what they can have and what they can't have. Yeah, I know. And I don't have anything like that on my phone, Linda, but that's something to think about. My daughter and I, we have been on not Weight Watchers, but we're on Jenny Craig. Well, I'll never go on that again, for the simple fact that you can't eat your own food with them. You got to eat the food that they recommend. And they have food that you have to buy. And that food is expensive, because it cost me about $175 a week just for the two of us. Because my son didn't eat it, and my husband at the time didn't eat it, because I was still married at the time. And it was awful, that stuff. And some of that food tastes like garbage. So we weren't on it very long, and it just got too expensive. We decided, I think maybe a month or so, we decided, forget it. We're not going to do this anymore. I just couldn't tolerate the food. But at least on Weight Watchers, you can eat your own food. You just count the points, but you can eat whatever you want. Now, I noticed that a lot of things that Alexis eats, there's no points to it. So she tries to avoid the points. If you can eat something with 0 points, go right ahead. My Net Diary, oh, thank you, Linda. I'll look for that. And you said that keeps track of your calorie count. It tells you exactly, does it have it like proportion sizes, like you have to proportion your servings out too, so you know exactly how much you're eating at a time. Because I frankly tell you, I eat a little bit too much sometimes. My proportions are bigger than they should be. But so I have to kind of cut back a little bit on my portion sizes. But this pudding is something I'm going to be eating several days on. I'm not going to eat this all up at once, I'll tell you. There's too much here. So I'll have to eat it slow every day until I can get it gone. But I know it's going to taste good, and you can see it's already trying to set up. It has to be in the refrigerator finished, and I'll probably have it in there overnight. I won't touch it until tomorrow morning for breakfast, and then I'll have some. It should taste a lot better then because all the flavors will come together. Once you put something in the refrigerator and it gets cold, everything comes together. So I'm going to do that. For those that just came in, I was showing Sydney's harness. This goes in the back and this goes in the front. This goes around her neck and this goes around her legs. She looks like she's wearing a little dress. This is her harness. She's going to be walking in style now. I thought this was so cute. I was telling my daughter about it this morning. This wasn't cheap either, but I thought it was adorable. It's so cute. I don't have to worry about trying to put her legs in the harness because she resists a little bit. So all I have to do is just make sure I get this wrapped around her and fasten it, and then she's good to go. So and she looks like she's cute. She looks like she's wearing a dress. So, anyway, I think I'm going to go for now. If you come in late, you go ahead and watch the replay up to the point where you came in, and it'll tell you how I made this. And if you want to make this, I'll post this up on my vegan page with the recipe so you can try to make it yourself, because it's going to be simple enough to make as long as you got your pumpkin puree. That's all it takes is your pumpkin puree. You use cornstarch. My daughter will use cornstarch or what have you. You know, maple syrup. And it's simple. You can put whipped cream on this. I didn't have any, so I thought, well, I'll just top it with chocolate chips. My carob chips, because I have some of those, and I'll just top it off with that. So that's what I did. So that being said, I'm going to leave this as my final picture. And I hope that you all have a great and marvelous day. And I'll come in tomorrow. I'm not sure what I'm going to do tomorrow, but I'll come in tomorrow. And with that being said, I hope you all have a great and marvelous day. Take care. God bless. See you all, and bye-bye.